Hello and welcome to Easy English Podcast. I'm Charlotte and I'm here with Emily. Today we're sharing a story that's, well, honestly happened to me more times than I'd like to admit.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily and so glad you joined us. Today's story is called The Missed Bus. Don't worry, Charlotte. I think we've all missed a bus. Or two.
Definitely, Emily. I remember, this is true, once I missed a train because I was making tea. I thought I had more time, and by the time I got to the platform, it was just gone. So missing a bus, a train, it happens to all of us, right?
Absolutely. And that's just life sometimes. Today, let's listen as Tom has one of those mornings. All right, let's begin the story. Imagine some gentle music in the background now.
Tom woke up late this morning. He looked at the clock and said, "Oh no, I'm late for work." He got dressed quickly, grabbed his bag, and ran to the bus stop. But when he arrived, the bus had already left. Tom sighed and sat on the bench. Just a normal, everyday bus stop morning. Right, Emily?
Yeah, and you can just picture that feeling. Standing there, a little out of breath, and watching the bus disappear down the street. Poor Tom. So Tom is now sitting on the bench at the bus stop. He looks around and sees another person waiting. A friendly old man reading a newspaper. Now, this is a great moment to use simple greetings. Just a simple, "Good morning," can really open the door to a conversation, even if you feel a bit nervous.
Absolutely. Sometimes just saying good morning makes you feel connected and a bit better, even on tough days. So let's talk about a few words from the story. I'll say each one, and you can repeat after me. Ready? Bench.
Bus stop.
Wait.
Newspaper.
Great job. These are little words but so useful. And remember, Tom smiled and said, "Good morning." The man smiled back and said, "Good morning. The next bus comes in 10 minutes. I think that's really kind. It's just an everyday thing, but it can brighten your day, you know?
Exactly. And Tom felt a lot better after that. He took a deep breath and said, "Okay, I'll wait." It only takes a friendly word sometimes. And then, 10 minutes later, the bus came. Tom got on, found a seat, and said quietly, "Next time, I'll wake up earlier."
All right, let's practice some key sentences from the story. I'll say a sentence, and then we'll wait a moment so you can repeat. Ready? Tom woke up late.
He missed the bus.
He said, "Good morning."
The next bus came in 10 minutes.
He said, "Next time, I'll wake up earlier."
Great job. Let's talk about that last phrase for a sec. Next time, I'll wake up earlier. You can use that whenever you want to do something better next time, like, next time, I'll study more, or next time, I'll bring an umbrella. Super useful.
Exactly. And every little practice helps you use English in real life. So, thanks for listening and practicing with us today. We're really happy you joined us.
And remember, keep listening, keep speaking, and don't worry if you miss a bus or a word sometimes. Thank you for joining Easy English Podcast. See you in the next episode of Easy English Podcast. Bye, Charlotte.
Bye, Emily. See you all next time. Hello, and welcome to the Easy English Podcast. I'm Charlotte, and it's wonderful to have you with us today. Today, we're going to listen to a story about a rainy morning. The story is called A Rainy Day. Our main character is David. So, let's get ready for today's words.
Hi, everyone. I'm Emily. Before we hear the story, let's learn some simple words, okay? Repeat after me. Cloudy. Jacket. Umbrella. Bag. Great job.
Oh, umbrella, my favourite. I always remember my first day teaching English in London. I walked out for my new job super excited, and, of course, I forgot my umbrella. And, surprise, surprise, it started pouring rain. I was soaked before 9 in the morning, so I know exactly how David might feel in our story today. Let's see what happens to him.
All right, Let's begin our story. Listen carefully and try to picture the scene. It is a cloudy morning. David wakes up and gets ready for work. He looks outside the window and sees dark clouds. "Oh no," he says. "It's going to rain." He puts on his jacket and takes his bag, but he forgets something. His umbrella. When David walks outside, small raindrops start to fall. Then it rains more and more. He stops and smiles. The rain feels cool on his face. He takes a deep breath and enjoys the sound of the rain. The streets are quiet. The air smells fresh. David walks slowly, feeling calm and happy. When he reaches the bus stop, he is wet but smiling. He says, "Maybe rain isn't so bad after all."
Now, let's look at some key sentences and phrases from the story. Repeat after me, very slowly. Small raindrops. Feels cool. The air smells fresh. Very nice. These words help us talk about what we see, feel, and smell on a rainy day.
Now, I have a question for you. How do you feel on a rainy day? Do you like to walk in the rain, like David? Or do you prefer to stay inside, maybe with some tea or hot chocolate? I wonder if you've ever enjoyed the rain, just like our friend in the story.
Let's practice repeating some sentences together at a slow pace. Ready? It is a rainy day. David forgets his umbrella. He enjoys walking in the rain. Very good. Practicing slowly is great for learning.
And remember, even rainy days can be happy. Actually, I want to tell you about Anna from Brazil, one of our listeners. She told us that repeating these sentences every morning helped her understand and speak English better. So if Anna can do it, you can too. Keep practicing, and you'll feel more confident every day.
Thank you for joining us today. See you in the next episode of Easy English Podcast. Emily, thanks for being here with me, and thanks to all of you listening.
Thanks, Charlotte. And thank you, everyone, for learning with us. Have a wonderful day, rain or shine. See you next time. Bye.
Hello and welcome everyone to Easy English Podcast. I'm Charlotte and I'm so happy you're here today. We hope you're having a nice day wherever you are. Just relax and enjoy our story.
Hey, I'm Emily. Today we have a simple story for you. It's about Lisa and her missing keys. Let's listen. Maybe you've had a day just like this. So, Lisa was getting ready to leave for work. She looked for her keys on the table, but they weren't there. She checked her bag. Nope. The kitchen? Still no keys. Then the sofa, but again, nothing. Lisa started to feel a little nervous. She said, "Oh no, I'm going to be late." She stopped and took a deep breath. She thought, maybe I left them somewhere else. Lisa looked around again, slowly this time. Finally, she found her keys. In the pocket of her jacket. She laughed and said, "I should check my pockets first next time." Then she picked up her bag, smiled, and left for work.
You know, Emily, that reminds me of the time I lost my own house keys. I searched everywhere. In my bag, my shoes, even the fridge. I felt so worried. In the end, well, I had put them in my coat pocket, just like Lisa. Let us know if that's ever happened to you. It's a bit silly, but so common.
Let's practice some useful sentences from Lisa's story. Just repeat after us. We'll go nice and slow.
Lisa was getting ready to leave for work.
She couldn't find her keys.
She said, "Oh no, I'm going to be late."
She found the keys in her jacket pocket.
She said, "I should check my pockets first next time."
That's great. And remember, if you're saying key, that's just one, like a single house key. But keys means more than one. In Lisa's story, she lost all her keys, not just one.
Yes, exactly. The ending S changes the word, so listen and practice. Key. Keys. Hearing the sounds can really help with your English. I really believe, well, I know, even native English speakers lose things sometimes. It's normal. And making mistakes is truly part of learning, so please don't worry about it.
That's so true, Charlotte. Here's a little tip. Before you leave your house, you can make a checklist. Maybe keys, wallet, phone. That way you remember your important things. Super simple, but it saves a lot of trouble.
Thank you for listening with us today. You did a great job. Keep practicing a little every day and you'll see your English get better and better.
We can't wait to share more easy stories with you next time. So, thanks again for listening to Easy English Podcast.
See you in the next episode of Easy English Podcast. Bye, Emily.
Bye, Charlotte. And goodbye, everyone.
Hello, friends. Welcome back to the Easy English Podcast. I'm Charlotte, and as always, I'm here with my amazing co-host, Emily. How are you doing today, Emily?
Hey, Charlotte. I'm doing great. And hello to all our listeners. We're so happy you're here with us for another episode. Today's story is called The New Neighbor. It's all about Emma's first day in her new apartment. Let's see what happens to Emma.
All right, picture this. Emma moves into a new apartment. Her arms are full of big, heavy boxes. She tries to carry one, but it's really too heavy for her. She stops in front of her door, looking, well, let's say a little bit tired.
And then, just at the perfect time, a man from the apartment next door steps out. He gives her a big friendly smile and says, "Hi, need some help?" That's such a nice thing to hear when you're struggling, right?
Absolutely. Emma smiles right back and answers, "Oh, yes, please. That's very kind of you." So he helps her carry the boxes inside. When they finish, Emma says, "Thank you so much. You're very helpful."
And what does the neighbor say? He goes, "No problem. Welcome to the building. I'm Tom." Emma says, "Nice to meet you, Tom. I'm Emma." Then they both laugh and chat for a while. It's just one of those moments that make you feel happy to meet a kind neighbor. Honestly, that little bit of kindness can turn a hard move into a good day.
Yeah, and these small, friendly moments, they're really important. A smile or a nice word goes a long way, especially when you meet someone new in your building.
All right, let's look at some of those friendly phrases from the story. These are super useful if you meet someone new or want to be helpful. Ready? Repeat after me, and I'll leave a little pause for you. Need some help?
Now, try this one. That's very kind of you.
How about this? Thank you so much.
And another one. Welcome to the building.
Last one for now. Nice to meet you.
Great. These are all sentences you can use when you meet someone new, not just in an apartment, but even in other places like school or work. I always tell my students it's not just about the words, but how you say them. So, try repeating with a big smile if you can. Yes, even if nobody sees you.
Exactly. When I moved to my old building, I actually made friends by offering to help with bags or just saying, "Hey, do you want some help?" That simple question opened up so many fun chats. Sometimes it feels a little awkward, but the more you use these phrases, the easier it gets, and people really appreciate it.
Good point. Let's go over each one a little slower together. First, need some help. Now you. That's very kind of you. Your turn. Thank you so much. Repeat. Welcome to the building. And finally, nice to meet you. Nice job, everyone.
So, Charlotte, I think what makes Emma and Tom's story special is how their first conversation leads to a friendly feeling. That first impression really matters, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Whether it's your neighbor, a classmate, or anyone, you want to sound friendly and open. After Emma and Tom talked, they started laughing and chatting more. That's how you build connections. It starts simple, with just a few words, but it can turn into a friendship.
I want to ask our listeners, what would you say if you met a new neighbor? Can you try it? Maybe you'd say, "Hello, I'm new here," or "Nice to meet you." Go ahead, practice with us. Do you need any help finding something? There are so many easy ways to start a conversation. You can even just smile and say, "Hi, how are you?"
Yeah, and don't be afraid to use these phrases in real life. The more you practice, the more confident you'll be. Honestly, your first hello could make someone's day better. And of course, if you can personalize it like, "Where are you from?" or "Do you like living here?" that's even better.
Great job today, everyone. Remember, being kind and saying hello is always a good start. Thank you so much for listening to the Easy English Podcast.
We hope you'll keep practicing these phrases and maybe even use them soon. Don't forget to come back for the next episode.
See you in the next episode of Easy English Podcast. Bye, Charlotte.
Bye, Emily. Bye, everyone.
You know, listening to Mia's story just now, I realized how powerful a simple morning routine can be. It's not just about waking up on time, but about those little habits like smiling or making coffee that set the mood for the whole day.
Totally, and what stands out to me is that even a small action, like saying good morning to yourself, can shift your mindset. I've noticed on mornings when I do one positive thing like playing music or opening the window, I feel way more ready to take on the day.
That's so true. And honestly, the way Mia builds her morning step by step is something anyone can try. She doesn't rush, she just follows one habit after another, which makes everything feel less stressful. I think it's a nice reminder that routines don't need to be complicated to work.
Exactly. Plus, having a routine gives some structure which actually frees up mental space for other things. Like, when I know what's coming next, brush teeth, make breakfast, grab my bag, I'm not scrambling to remember everything. It almost feels automatic after a while.
Funny you mention that because for language learners, these routines are also a great chance to practice new phrases. Saying, "I brush my teeth" or "I eat breakfast before work" out loud while doing the action can make those English sentences stick so much faster.
Yeah, and honestly, pairing real-life actions with the words makes learning way more natural. Like, if you actually say, "It's a new day" as you leave your house, it just feels less like a lesson and more like part of your life. That's how new languages really start to click.
So, speaking of real-life practice, those simple phrases we just heard are perfect for daily use. Whether someone's just starting out or trying to get more confident, repeating lines like, "I get dressed and leave home" can really boost your comfort with English.
What surprised me most is how quickly those sentences can become second nature. I've had friends who repeat them every morning while getting ready, and after a couple of weeks, they barely have to think about the words, they just flow.
That's the magic of routine, isn't it? Repetition in a real context is way more effective than memorizing a list. And if you mess up a word, it's no big deal. It's all part of learning.
For sure, and I'd say even adding your own touch, like swapping in your favorite breakfast or your real wake-up time, makes the practice feel personal. It turns generic phrases into your story.
After thinking about it, weaving language practice into your morning really doesn't take extra time. You can just narrate what you're doing out loud, in English, as you go.
That's a great tip. I mean, while you're brushing your teeth or making coffee, saying, "I am brushing my teeth," or "I make coffee in the morning," turns those moments into little language lessons without any stress.
And you don't have to be perfect. Just speaking out loud gets your brain warmed up, kind of like stretching before a workout. Over time, it feels more natural and less awkward.
Absolutely, and over a few weeks, you'll probably find yourself thinking in English during those routines. That's a huge step toward fluency, all from a few minutes each morning.